part of why we created that tagline, and we call it the Health and Wealth Academy, is the first true mindset. And then I'll talk about the strategies of why it works. But the first mindset that most entrepreneurs, real estate agents, direct sales leaders, busy people have to work through is most of us have this belief about sacrifice, right? Like, to be successful, I got to sacrifice to get there. And while there's some truth to that, most of us operate with a scarcity attitude around the most important areas of our lives, right? A lot of times it's like, well, I could grow my business to multiple six figures, or I could start focusing on my family life, or I could get into great shape, but it's probably going to cost me a little bit of like revenue. And that is living in the world of or, right? Which is one or the other. Right. And the first mentality shift that one must commit to if they want to truly start leveling up and expanding in all of these areas is the abundance of and, right? I can have health and wealth. I can get into the best shape of my life and make more money. And just starting to talk that way, your brain starts to look for solutions, right? How can I get into the best shape of my life and make more money than I've ever made before without having to work more? And so the first thing is it starts with the attitude, which is why the cheesy tagline of 6 packs and 7 figures comes from. But it's more of a mindset. It's more of a lifestyle. It's more of an attitude. And then, Dave, before even reading the book, the foundation of our course, the foundation of our coaching, the foundation of our program is built on meta habits. And then if you've ever read Brendan Burchard's High Performance Habits, he drives these points home. And he talks about meta habits, how there are habits in life that we just do. And then there are human performance meta habits that when a human being is doing these habits, they directly impact all the other habits in our life. They make them better when we're doing them, or they make all the other habits worse when we're not doing them. The first 3 that he talks about of those meta habits are personal health, consistent self-reflection and accountability, and number 3, personal growth. And so in the Health and Wealth Academy, we believe at a foundation, if someone wants to make more, but without burning out, without working more necessarily, right. It all starts with who they're being first. So we help make sure people are winning with their health without any restrictive diets. They can travel the world and eat all the foods that they love, drink alcohol, etc., and still get into the best shape of their life sustainably.
You can do that?
Yeah, 100%. I eat donuts and ice cream every day.
I love you, man.
And pizza on a weekly basis. But for a while, for 8 years, I didn't think that was possible. I tried every diet in the world. I was vegan for 1.5 years, 2 years after Tony Robbins' conference. I had done keto, I had done paleo, and none of those things were sustainable for a busy person. So I had to figure something out that actually worked with traveling 100,000 miles a year, working a ton of hours, not liking to cook and all those things. So anyways, we make sure that people are winning with their health first. Then we make sure that there's constant self-reflection on how they're getting better week in, week out. And then, of course, making sure that they're growing personally. And so that's how we combine the health with the wealth side. We make sure that the human being themselves is seeing themselves in a bigger light. And then what do we just say? We get in life what we expect. When we see the world bigger, we expect more in our own lives. And then we teach strategies and things like that from there. But as you can tell, the strategies will figure themselves out type of guy.
Right.
If you get yourself worked out, everything else can